Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pecan Hill Farms. Stepping out from the back door today to see what the garden's like since I've been back. Checked on it a few times, but I've been working on that house, taking the morning off in the house as other work's being done there. And so I thought we'd take a little look in the garden. Ran across something this morning while I was feeding the ducks that I think is quite interesting. First of all, though, I want to show you my chicken here that's going blind. She got some problem with her eyes. She can barely see. I've been went and bought some medicine down at the Atwoods for chickens for their eyes. I see her eyes a little bit. I mean, she's really had some problems. Must have happened when I was gone. I noticed it when I got back. But she seemed a little more active today. I've been keeping her up here close to the house, and then just letting her out here in the backyard where I can always grab her and treat her. I'm supposed to treat her about 3 or 4 times a day with this stuff. She seemed a little more active this morning, so hopefully she's on the mend. No, what I wanted to show you over here, you know, my big experiment with the growing stuff in barrels has come to an end for this year. Everything, they died. Both of them have died, and so I think it was successful that I grew got a lot of cucumbers off of it. But this is what I wanted to show you. These are 30-gallon drums. And I was talking about how they run out of water in 5-gallon, drums quickly. But these are 30-gallon. I thought that would be just the perfect size. But I was wrong, because see the roots on that thing? I pulled it out to show you all the roots. The roots go all the way, let me get out here, and all the way down just about to the bottom of that drum. Let me get it up here. There you go. You can see them. There's the bottom. Those are the roots. And you see down there? If I put them down there, that's just at the bottom. Well, this drum is basically out of water. One cucumber plant. Oh, how many months we have in there? April, May, June, July. 4 months. Drank 30 gallons of water, at least 30 gallons of water. So I think the 55-gallon, I guess, is right. I mean, if you're going to make it last all year, I guess 55 gallons is what you need, a 55-gallon drum. But I'll know next year, after about a couple of months, to mix up more solution and dump in one of these holes up here. Maybe to prolong that thing. I just didn't dream it would. One cucumber plant drinks 30 gallons of water in a year. I mean, not even a year, in 4 months. So that's I learned something. So that's very unusual. That's a lot of roots in it. Well, anyway, so let's venture out here. Ducks are doing what ducks do, messing up their water already. The gate here. There's my friendly chicken. She always likes to come out and see what I'm up to. That's my friend right there. Hey, sweetie, what you doing? Huh? You want Daddy to come here, Daddy? Sometimes she likes Daddy to pet her, but then sometimes she's a little standoffish. But anyway, so look, I mean, that was fresh water this morning, not more than 15 minutes ago. I put water in that pool, and I look at it, it's dirty. I think them ducks or something else. So I got him another little clean one right here. The feeding station's back there in the back, the watering station. I've been watering them out here because I felt sorry for them for the heat, giving them the swimming pools, but I'm about ready to switch back. They're not going to get up and play King on the Mountain. But anyway. So anyway, sick for that one sick chicken. My chicken's doing good. Here's some of those vine peaches I was telling you about. They love to eat these vine peaches. And I'll show you what they do to them. Let's get down here and get a couple of them here. I mean, they just peck them. They'll end up pecking them clean. Look at that one. They'll just peck everything out of that rascal. There you go. It's the only reason I grow the crazy things is that I can cut them open, throw them out here, and them chickens just love them. My gourd vines still growing along this fence. I was mowing here the other day and I accidentally hit one of these vines that was growing over this hay bale. I mean, it had a big old one down here at the bottom. That's just almost basketball size there. And I accidentally hit it, but so it's no more over the hay bale. My compost pile, I cleaned out that that duck house yesterday, and that I got to get some water on that because that is just full of, that's just duck manure. I mean, those ducks, they really go to the bathroom. Anyway, so I got to get some water on that. I mean, this old compost pile has just shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. I put more on it, put more on it. It's amazing how much stuff that you can compost. So much yard material. I mean, you just keep filling it up, and it'll just keep it'll just shrink down. There's enough moisture in it and everything. It'll just compost down. It's pretty amazing. Here's my wood chips. I had my son-in-law come over and spread some of them. I've got plenty, and I've got to get them spread some more. These are my young blackberries we've talked about. They starting to look pretty good. I think that putting that mulch around them kind of helped perk them up. You can see them down there. They're looking pretty good. I'm thinking about, and I don't know, this may not be a bright idea, but I'm thinking about coming right down the middle here with about a 3-foot row, a raised bed, just straight down the middle between these blackberries. I don't know. I know one thing I do. I've got to do a better job of putting some wire up to keep them contained. Trellis of them, because like those other ones over there, my big ones, they've just gone everywhere, and they get so big. These have gotten so big. I'll show you here in a second that they break off, and so it's not doing them any good. So I need to stabilize them better. But I'm thinking about putting a raised bed right through the middle there. And over on Living Traditions Homestead, they use this fabric, landscape fabric. I mean, the high quality stuff, and they just make holes in it and then plant in those holes. And they put like rabbit manure in the bottom of their holes. I mean, and if you go over to their website, Living Traditions Homestead, and look at some of their garden updates, it's just unbelievable what they grow. So I may try a little bit of their work, how they do it over here on this. This would be about, I don't know, this would be about 50, 60 feet, maybe. And that might be all I need if I could get it to grow like they grow theirs. But anyway, so these are looking good. They're still growing. I need to get out here and give them some little touch of water. It's probably one of the things I plan to do this morning. I get these vines that grow up, like these things here, and they're just unbelievable. They come out from nowhere. I don't even know what they are. And they'll just take over if you let them. Get down here and grab some of that boy's out of here. There you go. But anyway, so I'm really pleased with that. That's a good deal. I just need to water and keep them healthy. My young peach trees are coming along. Pretty decent. And so that's good. I got this little fig tree here. I just don't have much luck with figs. I don't know. My mother-in-law, before she passed away, she wanted more than anything to have a fig tree to come down and pick figs off, because she loved figs. And old knucklehead son-in-law couldn't ever get a fig tree to grow, so I failed her in that, I think. These vine peaches have just kind of gone crazy. I mean, of course, I I hate sticking my hand down in here, but right down in here, I don't know if you can see them. These vine peaches are everywhere. The interesting thing about them, when they get really ripe, they just fall off. There they are. They just right down in there. I mean, there's just, I mean, if I could figure out a way to eat these things, make them taste good, I may have to start do some experimenting. I mean, they're just everywhere. I mean, you could feed yourself forever with these rascals. But anyway, so I have to give these to the chickens. The grapevines, oh, the poor things. They really need, I should have put an extra trellis this year, but they're coming. I mean, this is one variety on one side. This is another variety on this side. These here, let's see here. There's still a little green on there. That one's no good. I don't know if I'll have enough of any kind, but anyway, I've got to extend this trellis out to maybe towards where that hay bale is right now. Just put another trellis and just give them more room. I should have done better. I need to, I mean, they do so good. They grow so much better than regular grapes. I mean, for me, that I really need to put some extra trellising out there, these cattle panels, and give them a chance. Because I do like to make jelly out of them. We're hanging in there. Yesterday when I got back, look at that, some zucchinis. Still getting the zucchinis. Yep, got one there that needs to be picked. I noticed when I was passing through here the other day to water, I noticed the young one down there. I noticed the old vine borers were buzzing around here, so I don't know how much longer these are going to last. Here's that old French variety I've been bragging on. It's still trying to make some. Oh, we got one down there. That might be perfect for some zucchini bread right there. I got addicted to that zucchini bread. So I'm still getting zucchinis. This is kind of just a mess in here. I don't know why I grow these cherry tomatoes. I never can keep them picked. And we don't eat enough salads and stuff. So I've got to just stop myself. I mean, they're everywhere. So anyway, I got my cherry tomatoes still doing good. Oh, these pepperoncinis, man. I got to get here and pick these things. They're turning red all over. I gave a bunch away to the Gomez family. I hope, I haven't heard back from them. I hope they enjoyed them. They're a good bunch. They live over there in Glen Heights, Texas. Gomez family. So, I need to come out and pick. See, I'm just behind. And then my jalapenos they're not big, but I took 2 jars of them that I had put up on our vacation, and they got eaten up pretty quick. Some of the dishes my wife made. But anyway, so I need to come out and pick on those a little bit. Got another zucchini here that's got some in it down there. That and the cucumber beetles. So that one's doing good. That vine peach is just gone crazy everywhere. And here's the blackberries. You can see these dead ones. They've got so big that when they blew over, they cracked, like the limbs cracked off the main stalk. Also, I got to get control of this this Bermuda grass has started to creep in. I've got to do something to get control of that, or I'll regret that if I don't pretty soon. That'll take over. There's another one that's fell over, got so big it fell over, died. Still picking tomatoes. You know, I had them staked up. I can't even talk. And there's a nice big old tomato right there. It's a good one. And Had them staked up, and then they got so big, and they just fell over, and they're just growing everywhere, all over here. Comfrey has gone good. It's growing crazy. My pears, I watched the other day a way to tell when a pear is ripe. I got to go back and look and watch that again. It's something to do with the way if you touch them a certain way and they just fall off in your hands or something, they're ripe. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-look at that. Any more? Get in here. More tomatoes back in here. Okay. That's a nice big ripe one right there. At least they're not splitting open as bad now. We got all that rain, they just split open like crazy. See? I mean, they're just growing everywhere. And there's my says Seminole pumpkin. Boy, I bragged on those. Well, I see a big bell pepper over there laying there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. But anyway, I got to go get it. The bell peppers. I don't know if you can see in there. They're just doing fantastic. You know, I think they don't mind a little shade, especially when it gets hot. I mean, these peach trees got so big. They got bigger than I expected them to get. And so they do shade out. You can see down through here. They are shading out this. This is the 30-foot row of vegetables I planted. And, but, you know, during this hot weather, I don't think some of these plants really mind it too much, because I'm still getting a lot of bell peppers, and it should be shutting down because it's so hot. But anyway, so we're doing good here. There's my row of comfrey I planted as a barrier. I need to start, look at it growing up. It's almost 2-3 feet tall. Need to start cutting that and putting it down as mulch. And here on the other side, this is a ground cherry that just came up. It's growing all over the place. Okra over here, can't hardly keep up with it. It's doing well. And more of these cucumbers I let run on the ground. They've been getting hit pretty hard with aphids. I've been spraying them soapy stuff on them, trying to control the stupid things. But I don't know. Them aphids, once they get going, it's hard to slow them down. Not looking too good. There's a big old gourd sitting over here on. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right there, he's a pretty good size one. I'd say he's getting to be about basketball size. That's what I was hoping for last year, and it just didn't work out. And over here on this side, I ate another watermelon the other day, and so I had about 4 watermelons this year. Very, very pleased with that. I never had that happen to me before. One of my Seminole pumpkins died here, but another one's still living. One thing about them is that they will put out runners and they'll root to the ground. So part of it might die, like this one here, the main part died, but some of it's still alive because it put out runners that rooted. So it's one good thing about them, but I'm just not having success this year as I had last year. I poured a little apple tree. I hope I have a few left that are any good. These are galas, I think. They look like galas, don't they? That red color. I guess I need to test one. See how close they are to being ripe, because they're getting that red color on them. They're not going to be very big, but man, I'm really shocked about apples. I really was expecting nothing but peaches this year. And nectarines. I think it's a nectarine tree. He's huge. Not a nectarine on him. Disappointing. So anyway, all is good. my jujube. Look at this jujube. You know, I took about 100 of jujubes off this thing. Look at them. Maybe I should have took 200 off. That means just a solid jujubes. So we'll see how that goes. I can't wait till they get ripe before I can start testing them out. Look at this growing up the jujube. I'll show you something here. Growing up in the jujube tree is one of these crazy cucumbers. I got two cucumbers. Another one starting right there, growing up the jujube tree. So, you know, I can't complain. No complaining here. My complaint is I can't keep up with all the stuff. I let it get ahead of me, and then I can't keep up. Gotta learn to slow down and pick one thing that I really like doing and just concentrate on that. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess only God knows what's wrong with me. But anyway, so things are looking good. This fig tree's got some figs on it. Little figs, just little figs. It looks like it's going to be another maybe month or so. And my plum tree's doing good there. It just didn't get hardly got any plums. So everything's still alive. That's all you can ask for. Coming into Zoe's garden. Tell you what, these I think are called Mexican hats. I know I planted Mexican hats and black-eyed Susans, I think these are Mexican hats. Man, they are tremendous. I planted these from seed this year, and my goodness. I mean, you can't beat that. They've done fantastic. And over here, look at them. Man, they really brighten up your house, man. You plant those things. Bought these from a guy over in Bedford. Went over to his house on Craigslist. A little Vietnamese fella. He had all these plants in his backyard he sells on Craigslist. Didn't pay much for them, but man, they was really done well. My wife likes those flowers. That's why I went over there. And then here I got a wild, there's a cucumber right there. You know, I really have too many cucumbers, but you know, cucumbers for me are like, if you only plant 1 or 2 vines, the bugs get them and then you don't get any. So it's like plant too much, and then all of a sudden you're gonna get more than you ever need. These flowers are those purple flowers over here. That's why my wife liked them. These were wild when we bought this house, and so she liked them so well. I went and found out the name of them down at Lowe's. They wanted too much for them. I thought, you know, I don't buy anything down at full price. And then I found the guy on Craigslist, so I planted some more of them. Because I watched these, and they die back, and they just come back in the winter, and they die back, come back in spring, and I mean, they weren't any problem. I mean, I didn't do anything to them. They just keep coming back. So that's why I went and bought some from him. What I should have done, now that I've studied these a little bit, they rascals root out and come up. You see how they're spreading? Should have just cut them back. I mean, just dug them up and replanted them other places. I think these called coneflowers. Am I right? I planted those from seed this year. They're starting to sprout up. I mean, starting to bloom. Just a little bit different. So anyway, things are all right. I did have a rose bush that's kind of dying here. He's one of those knockout roses. Man, I've never had any with success with these, but this one just started dying this year. I don't know why. Some of it's still alive. I guess I'm gonna have to get in and cut it back. But here's the okra up front. I went through here the other day and kind of just pulled back on some stuff. I mean, I was just getting too much. Starting to look like a menagerie around here. That's what happens to me. I plant all this stuff, and then sometimes it gets bigger than I thought it was going to get. Right back over here one more time, then we'll call it a day. this little bed right here. I've grown a lot of things in that little bed. Beans and okra and corn and peppers and stuff, tomatoes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my hoe out, cultivator, get it back ready. I think I'm gonna try to plant some beans. More beans. I don't know if I can plant more beans in it. Plant more beans, plant something in there. So that'll be on another video as I dig it up and replant. So we hope you enjoyed this little tour. Hope your garden is having good success. And we'll see you on the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends about us. And y'all have just a wonderful day.